What's up, guys? So we have 14 orders, $339 of items to pack up, and that's not a lot. I think for clothing, for me, I have a lot of spring summer clothes, so the sales are kind of dipping in the winter, and also I think Christmas shopping is kind of coming to an end because people can't get items in time, and that's likely due to some of the lower sales days. Today is a difficult day. My son Seth, again, has fever, so had to take him in to the walk-in clinic. He's getting tested for flu, and then my wife also had some symptoms a little bit as she was leaving for work. So that's kind of a problem. That pretty much means I'm in full dad mode. He's sleeping right now, and then when he wakes up, I'm going to have to feed him, and then I still got to get stuff done. So we're going to run this video. I'm pretty calm. This is the second or third time I've had to stay with them, but I've had help from grandma, and I don't know if I can call in help today, but we'll see. We're gonna get through it. So first things first, we're gonna pack up these items. Yeah, we have a couple $29 sales and then a $34 sales, and that includes shipping, which, as you guys might know, I charge $8.99 for shipping. So gotta grab a box here. Also have to go pay my part-time employee. She gets paid on the last day that she works of the week. She usually works 2 days a week. She processes the clothes, separates what needs to be washed, and then she also takes photos of clothes. She's doing that right now, and hopefully she's doing a really good job, but hopefully Seth will have the strength to kind of go with me, because I can't just leave him here at the house. I gotta take him with me. He just may be a little drowsy today, so that's something we're looking to do a little bit later. I'm gonna have to take off with him, and then even me eating, him eating, it's a whole thing. I don't know if there's a lot of parents out there that watch the channel, but I'm a new father. My son, he's 13 months, so it's a little different getting used to taking care of him and knowing how to do all that stuff. So it's a learning thing. God, it's the best whenever the item is at the very front of the box. Somebody asked me, how do you know where to pick the items? I've mentioned it a couple times. This is 15951, so if the item was 15952, I would look for the box that has closest to that number, and then I'd look behind it. And if I go to the next box over, and it's way too high, then I need to go to the next box to the left. So it's not the most complicated thing, but sometimes people get a little tripped up on how it works. So 16679. 16679. Yeah, I think having the flexibility to work for myself and take time off to help my son, I think that's a big deal. It's definitely a luxury, but it's also, it changes up my entire day. I had some plans today. I'm going to swing you guys over here. I had some plans today, and I don't know if I want to necessarily do all those. Maybe going sourcing with my son. I know I've done that before on a video while he wasn't 100%, but I don't know if that's the right move. Some people were like, maybe you should just let him rest. It's probably the right move is to let him rest, but I am going to have to get out of the house to knock out some things. But yeah, one kid, two kids. I talked to somebody today, they had 5 kids. I can't imagine having 5. But yeah, not having somebody dedicated to them, like a stay-at-home mom or dad, it's a little challenging, but we think the daycare does a good job. But I think, one of the things with the daycare is they're exposed to a lot of sickness, and that's kind of a thing. Last couple items I pulled was a Abercrombie & Fitch jogger pants, and then I pulled a Bonobos long sleeve shirt. So those types of items, Bonobos, you can expect to get, $18 to $22. Kind of just depends on what kind of shirt it is and what kind of size it is. This was the best sale of the day. This is Peter Millar Crown Sport golf pants, and it's $222.41. Be down here. 222. Let's see. 41? Nope, that's not the right one. Is it 222.40? 4. Okay. 222.44.
we go. Yeah, simple pair of golf pants. It's got the crown on the back pocket. And I listed them really high. I accepted a lower offer just because, I mean, hey, people want to get good deals too, right? And I'll probably find some more Peter Millar Crown Sport pants. So they're going to be happy with that. And it's the Christmas season, so maybe you should give out more offers because it's the Christmas season. Yeah, who knows? 22,668. Speaking of that, I need to give Randy her bonus. I like to give a Christmas bonus, a Thanksgiving bonus, and a birthday bonus. And it's not like, she's worth way more than just bonuses, but like I just have to remember to actually like get the cash and maybe put it in a card or just write a little note, like a little thank you note. So I'll probably tell Seth to remind me, and hopefully he can remind me. Let's see. 22,787. 22,788. 787's over here. These are the Levi polyester pants. It's got the black tab. The ones with the orange are worth a lot more money. They're a lot older. And these still sell. I don't pay much for them, but yeah, I sold for about $20, including shipping. We have Travis Matthew. This is a quarter zip. 228. What is that? 66. 228.66. This is like a maroon one. Travis Matthew's really good. Their polos are good, but their pants, shorts, quarter zips, a lot of their stuff ends up selling pretty frequently. 230.76. But yeah, I'm still thinking about my income video, like how I want to make how much money I made on eBay video, just because, well, those videos usually perform better than like these style videos. And also it's good to have like that log. Then I can look back through the years and see like, okay, this is the work I did to see the money. But honestly, it's so much easier to just talk to the CPA. And maybe I'll go there today to help with the data for this video that I'm going to make. But it's better whenever the taxes are filed and all that to really see how much money you made. And I don't know if I want to do an actual like how much my whole household made with like, my wife's income or my other social media income, but we'll just see. We will have to see. All right, this last one is on the other side, and then we also have a pair of shoes that sold. They're a pair of Merrells, and they're in in my office with the computer and like that other rack. All right, so I'm gonna ship the items, and right before I turn the camera on, I sneezed like 4 times. So I don't know if I'm starting to get something or it's just like really long nose hairs. Because like when I sneezed once, like a couple nose hairs came out. I don't know if you guys have that issue. Maybe that caused me to sneeze. I don't know. It's kind of gross. I got my sales here. So for this last 31 days, I'm at 14,150, and it was $468 yesterday. So a little lower than usual. Typically it's 500 a day. And then we had like some really low days this month. So yeah, I mean, it's whatever, right? So we got 14 items, and luckily, because I knew my son was feeling bad yesterday, and I knew I probably had to take him to the clinic today, I ended up drafting 45 items yesterday. I did that in the evening time. So I'm going to launch 30 today, and then I only have to do 15 so that tomorrow's work can be done, and then I'm going to have to really have some time to like knock out, the remainder of the weekend, because it is Christmas Eve on Sunday. I believe my wife is off Monday, Tuesday from work. And we're doing Christmas Eve at my parents' house. And then I think Christmas Day we're going to hang out with her family. That's usually how we run that. But pretty excited. I mean, Christmas is one of my favorite times. But if everyone's going to be sick, that's not going to be good. So hopefully my son can shake this illness. And hopefully me and my wife aren't getting sick. If you guys didn't know, I use Jiaropack bags. I talk about them all the time. Taylor 10 getting 10% off. And yeah, I'm going to try to keep this going. I don't want to miss any days. And come January 1st, I know I said I wasn't going to do promoted listings, but I may try it as like a trial. Because some people were saying, you only tried for 4 days this year. Maybe that wasn't enough days. But at the same time, when I was talking about having the garage sale to get rid of all the items, the worst case scenario was you would delist them from eBay, and then you don't sell all of them. Then you would have to figure out which ones you still had to relist, and then that would be a little bit of a mess. So, not to mention rebagging them. I mean, yeah, it'd be a nightmare. So, since the work has already been done for the item to be on eBay listed, maybe running the promotions can help, or maybe doing a mass discount would work as well. Like, don't run promotions, but just discount to like, $4.99 plus shipping. Make sure everything is at that price, or even 99 cents, and just really wash it out of the store. That might be the play, because I wonder if somebody's looking through the store or looking through eBay and they see a nice item that's super cheap, maybe they'll go to the store and buy like a more expensive item, because they save on shipping and all that stuff. So that might be the play too. But yeah, I figure I'll run it for 3 months, and then I'll document it, and then I can have my own opinion instead of just like listening to other people. I can see for myself if it was actually worth it, and then you guys can see based on my store and the type of items I have. And I think a lot of people are kind of misunderstanding. A lot of the items that I have that aren't selling, that are older, have flaws. Like, they'll have a stain or something, a hole. So they're not like perfect items. I don't have a problem selling good items. It's usually the stuff that's, faded. Like, condition fading is something that I did not consider as much when I first started clothing. So I definitely have a lot of items that aren't. They're just like, they've been washed too many times. So that is something that I need to correct by getting rid of. And, I still think sourcing the amount of items I do, about 210 a week minimum, I think that's fine, because I have a worker who can help process it. If I wanted to shrink the store to make time to do like content or whatever else, then I would need to limit the amount that I buy so that I could have more time to do other things. So, because I have the help, though, it doesn't necessarily make sense. Although if I still shrunk the store and maybe had her do other tasks, like ship or, maybe list items, then I could probably spend less time doing this type of stuff that I'm doing right now and do more content. So it's a kind of a tricky balance, mainly because, Randy works 2 days a week, and they're not necessarily the same days. Usually they're Tuesday, Thursdays, but sometimes they change based on her other schedule, So there's a couple things to kind of balance out. A lot of people have been saying that their items have not been like on time, I guess, because of the holidays. And the worst case is whenever it shows shipped, but it's not delivered, and it's been like 3 weeks. That's usually the mark where buyers are like, I want a refund. And what always happens is you give them the refund, and then the item arrives, and then they don't send it back. So, it's always a tricky thing. I try to do everything I can to say, like, maybe get them to go check on the post office, or just kind of reassure them, like, hey, I'm going to go talk to my post office. And then they message and say, hey, did you talk to them? And you're like, yeah, I did. Wink, wink. But then you're like, give it another couple days. But it usually shows up, right? I mean, I can go bother my post office every day about packages, and they're just going to kind of give me the same thing. Like, look, it's making its way across the country. Like, there's not much they can do about it once it leaves their station. Now, they said there's a thing called, like, putting a flag on the item, and I think that just kind of, like, puts a little alert out to whoever that, this item wants to be, needs to be seen or something. I don't know. So, postage, man, during the holidays, it's always a thing. The prices go up, the service goes down. It's kind of how it works, but I think they're really good. I don't have many complaints with the post office. I know a lot of people on Facebook groups and social media like to pick at the post office. I can't imagine like working there. I mean, you're dealing with like millions of packages, and you're dealing with customers that are like customers that just are impatient or don't understand really how some operation like that works, you know, thinking that their package is much more important than somebody else's, when I don't think they really care. They just want the scan and it be sent it off, and then they're done with it. They like, hey, it's not our problem anymore, it's the next stop's problem. Other than that, you know, things have been pretty good. I'm still working at like my affiliate. It's affiliate marketing through Amazon, essentially, is like my other business. So I make review videos, and it's going pretty well. Although, you know, when my son is here, it's kind of hard to make videos, because say I want to like assemble a product and create like a how-to video on how to assemble the product, then my son, like, if he starts crying or something, you got to cut the video, or if you know, want to put him somewhere to play, like that stuff's kind of in the way. We don't have like a lot of space. Like I don't have much space to have a dedicated studio, so to speak. I have this office which works, but you kind of got to pay attention to a baby. Like you can't just like leave him on his own. You kind of have to watch him. So it kind of ruins that that work that I can do. And then even if I am watching him, it's not like I can really list items or nothing. I mean, it's just very hard to do that type of multitasking when watching a toddler. Which, yeah, he is a toddler now. He's walking around. He's a little unsteady, but he's learning. He's learning how to get by. But and then I guess I can send emails and stuff. A lot of companies will try to contact me, and they want me to promote their products or make videos for their products, or they'll send me products, and then every couple days they'll ask me if I've received the product, and I make videos on the products. There's Ragnar barking outside at a squirrel probably. So yeah, they send me the product, and then I make the video, and then if somebody buys it on Amazon and watches my video, then I get a commission. That's essentially what the business is. So it's a pretty good business. It's not like a tremendous amount of money, but it can be if you're good at it. Right now with eBay, you know, I do want to do garage sales come springtime. I want to get back into that game. I think there's a lot of money in garage sales. Not just clothing. It can be other products too. Like today, I sold a pair of Merrell hiking boots for $30. So, you know, if you can find stuff like that for $5, it's probably the lowest. That's probably the most I'd want to pay for the lowest amount in the sale is $5 into $30. But with shoes, that can even be a little tight. No pun intended, like tight shoes, but like shoes take up a lot of space. Printer is on the fritz. I also think garage sales would be good for my kid. Recently, I had a conversation with my friend Brian Roning, and he was saying, at what age am I going to have Seth like start working for the business? And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's a really good question. What age do you have your kids start, you know, making an impact on your business? And he said he talked to somebody and they said age 6. And I was like, I suppose. I mean, I don't know how much you can do at age 6, but that's kind of what it depends, right? Like how able-bodied are they at what age to do certain tasks. So I don't think I would have him do photos or anything, but I really don't know what he would do at age 6 for the business. I do want to take him to garage sales though. I loved going as a young kid. We went to them all the time. And maybe there was a stigma, you know, back some decades back about going to garage sales. Like only poor people did it, things like that. And I wonder if that's why a lot of the outlook on reselling is the way it is. Profiting off of the poor or whatever. But I think things are a little different now. Well, they're a lot different now, but that's definitely it, right? ideally, like people that bought secondhand were just poor and needed stuff. It's definitely what it is. I liked going. I liked looking at the toys. It's funny, my mom would always look at the same stuff, and then I'd always look at the toys. So, it's good times. Well, I'm pretty much done here. I'm going to kind of plan out what I'm going to do. I got to figure out the order I want to do stuff, and then I need to make sure to get him fed. I need to eat too. And yeah, hopefully we can have another video come out about like income. I think that's the video I'm gonna make. I'm gonna work on it, like how much eBay made 2023. That's gonna be something like that for that video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it wasn't like the best. I'm gonna try to bring some more energy, but it's a little difficult. It's a difficult day when your kid is sick.